Well, good morning to you. Hello, happy
morning.
New Year. It is a great day in Mexico, and it's 2023. Wow. Time just keeps flipping
Yeah, into the future.
into the future. And now, technically, I guess 2023, we moved here in 2022. So have we been here 21 years? Or I guess we moved 23. So have we been here 20 years?
We're going into our 20th year.
Oh, but it feels like it's been 20 years.
Okay.
Hello? So please say hello. Hello, Glenda. How are you today? What is going on today?
Hi, Lori.
This is going to be our best
Hi, Debbie.
year, hands down, ever, forever. Um,
I put cinnamon in the coffee. Very, very good. My coffee maker grinds.
it's a very Mexico thing, cinnamon in your coffee.
Yeah, no sugar, just cinnamon.
I do like the
So I
cinnamon.
put cinnamon stick in it and let it grind with the beans, and tasty.
Chatted with a guy from Pennsylvania yesterday who wants to live here and I think move here permanently. So
Eventually, yeah.
eventually. So if we can find him something that he likes, he says he's going to buy a lot of properties. He owns 100 and some
Yeah.
properties up there.
It's funny, these people, he's a realtor up north, and he said, I need someone that will listen to me, someone that will lead me, because I don't know the area. I know real estate, but I don't know the area, and I don't know real estate in Mexico. And I mean, that's what we do. That we guide people through the process. We make sure that they are understanding everything. We don't leave anything to chance.
We are as real as you can
Morning,
get.
Jolene.
I mean, we fight in front of you. I mean, you don't know we're fighting. Most of you do. But we don't believe you know we're fighting, but we do. No, you do know we're fighting. You know what I'm saying?
You are insane.
Possibly. I could very well be insane. So anything I do, not responsible.
No, you
Because
can't.
I'm insane.
You can't play that game. Hi, Jamie.
Hello, Jamie, who's here as well. So who else do we have on? What questions do you have for us? Please ask the questions.
Hi, Jonas. How's your pool?
Yeah, we saw that. We've mentioned before that our pool is on Facebook. Only took 5 days. No, 7 days.
7
I think.
days.
Yeah, they don't mention the 4.5 months additional, and
Yeah.
they're horrible. Please never use Iggy ever.
Yeah, we cannot, in good conscience, recommend them. I mean,
No.
I love my pool, but
Yeah, for that
I
same
love
amount of
just a
money,
pool.
yeah, for that same amount of money, we
Yeah.
could have got a way better setup, and it's our bad. But yeah,
yeah, John doesn't jump into anything. He just researches until he's bored, and then he jumps in.
Boom, there we go. So they're very it's an okay system. It just we need more jets. We need a drain at the bottom, which we'll never get.
Well,
now.
and we can't keep it clean, like dust clean. There's always a little bit of dirt at the bottom of the pool.
I really do believe that's only because it doesn't come with a real filter. So I think that when we have a sand filter with a stronger engine, it will be much better.
So, good morning, Chris. Yes, it's done, and not a fun process. I know.
Yeah.
Which window are you supposed to put in your car registration sticker in? I put mine in the front passenger side near the bottom. Jolene said she tried to log into the tax line, but it wouldn't work. Any secrets? It probably won't work for the first few days of the year.
You run into Mexico anytime they do any type of improvements. Never expect it to be better. Expect it to be worse.
Yeah. So our son felt that we needed to play ping pong.
Why?
So because I asked him the other day, I said, Zach, why did you leave this here? Because he ordered 2 one day. He says, oh, Merry Christmas. So he gave us a net and 2 paddles.
Oh, I see.
One
that.
has
pink. Yeah.
And so he gave us 2 paddles, and it looks like he only left 1 ball, but that could be because Amelia was playing with it. Who knows where it is?
She may have swallowed it.
She may have swallowed it.
So our pool now is always in the 90 to 93 degree range, which is perfect. And we have the cover. The cover, hands down, holds the heat in.
Yeah. If any of you have a pool and you're trying to keep it even remotely warm
Pool
at
cover.
this time of year, get one of those pool covers. For us, we only have to warm it up.
Maybe 1 to 2 hours max.
Yeah, instead
That's
of
if we
letting
want
it run
to.
for hours. Otherwise, it's probably quite warm now.
When we go to bed at night without the pool cover, it would get down to 78, 79. Now it stays in the 90, 91. Like, I mean, that's magical. It truly is amazing. And then you need the heater on a lot less because of that. Now, the heater also is a cooler in the summertime, so if it gets too hot, the easiest thing really is to throw the canopy over top of it. But y'all know what happened during the hurricane this year.
Our canopy got broken.
So just to give you a heads up, this last earthquake, the biggest we've ever experienced in 19 years, and the
Hola.
hurricane was absolutely the biggest storm, the breezes, etc., that we've experienced here, and all within such a short time. That's 19 years before we had a bad storm. That's really not too bad. Donna says, happy 2023. Thank you. Happy 2023 to everybody out there. Larry says, at home, the neighbors take turns on weekends heating their pools, and the kids go from place to place each weekend. Now, if you had a pool heater, and you also had Christie, and you also had the mat on top of that, you'd have no problems. And you need a lot less electricity, etc. Now, the gas heaters fly through gas, use a lot more energy, also very expensive to run, and they burn out a lot quicker. So just get the heat. What is it called? The heat pump. The heat pump. The heat pump is magical, truly magical.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that about?
Well, this lady popped by the other day asking me for money for her mother who has advanced.
Did she ask again?
Her mom supposedly died yesterday.
Yeah.
And now she needs money for the cremation.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It just, it doesn't work that way. But you know what? It's a great scam, though. And
if
then
it's a scam, it might be real.
Maybe. We've been here a lot of years.
Yes.
And we've heard a lot of things.
And when people find out that we're foreigners.
Oh, God, yes. Come to the door. Knock, knock, knock.
At home, the neighbors take turns on weekend heating their pools.
I already talked
and the
about
kids
this.
go from place to place each weekend. Oh, that's funny. I missed that because I was at the door.
Yeah. So as far as here, the kids that only come here are our grandkids. Now, that said, we did talk yesterday about we're going to do a party. I haven't told anybody yet at the church. So we can have
for the church at our house.
So we've done these pizza parties. You go to Costco, buy the pizzas. The pizzas at Costco are different now.
Well, yeah, and there's not. But anyways, that doesn't matter.
No, but Costco needs to know this.
Did you respond to her question?
No, but Costco does need to know the pizzas are
I'm
sucking.
sure Costco's watching our show. I'm sure they are.
Costco, work with us here. Work with us. Okay, go on. Good morning, Kira. Glenda said,
you could read it too.
I can't read. I'm blind from down here.
You're irritating, that's for sure. It is a lot of work to. Is it a lot of work to put the cover on and off? Not really. It's just bubble wrap. It's just like a very thick bubble wrap.
Now we are going to get a roller. Roller's 8,000 pesos in Mexico, and that's going to be much easier. You just roll, comes off, and you just pull it out.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be quite as easy as you hope.
Oh,
but
it is.
It'll be easy.
Absolutely, it's going to be.
But it has to be cut. John hasn't spent the time to cut it properly yet.
Cut you. So I'm saying to my mat, my pool mat.
Holy crap, it's hot in here.
It's just me.
I don't think so.
It is. Christy obviously is having issues with heating issues in her body.
I'm not having problems with heating issues in my body.
Yeah, you are. So she's always telling me, don't touch me. And I assume that's what that's for.
Yeah, that's why I don't want you to touch me. Happy New Year, Leslie.
Hello. Oh, this feels good. Stay over there.
You turn the fan off and make me sweat, so...
Well, only because I'll turn the fan on.
It's muggy this morning.
Okay, I'll turn the fan on. And
it should be low enough.
See it. Yeah, nobody should see it.
No, you can't see the light or anything, so...
So there you go. The fan is on. You can stop that because I'm liking it a lot.
So, Sandra, when are we getting together? We haven't seen you guys. We haven't caught up. We don't know what's going on in your life.
So somebody sent me all the laws that are changing in Canada. And for the next 2 years, no foreigners can buy real estate in Canada.
Wow.
And they're doing that so to make it more affordable, because obviously in a communist country, the government has to do stuff to make stuff happen. So nothing happens without the government. No problems begin without the government. No problems are solved without government.
I still have to get my car stickers from last year and my new plates. I'm surprised they haven't stopped us yet.
From last year? We're in the year advanced.
I know. So I'll have to pay for this year, but it's new plates. And I'm really, really surprised that they haven't stopped us.
So the new plates were last year, and they now, wow. That's a problem here. When government is involved, it's going to take time. So that was interesting too. In the US, before COVID, 20%, 20 some percent of the population worked for government. Now it's 30%. 30% of the GDP is government.
And good morning, Helen. Happy belated birthday. I saw that you had a birthday, and a couple of times I'm like, okay, I got to remember to wish Helen a happy birthday.
I said happy birthday to her.
Oh, you're so good.
But in Canada, a birthday doesn't count because
Yeah,
it's
it
winter
does.
time. It's
It
winter
still
time.
counts. She's
No.
still older. Not me, not than me necessarily. I don't know how old Helen actually is, but she's older than she was before her birthday.
This really makes me
You look
look old.
You look like an old Santa.
I do look like an old Santa.
But you're a grumpy Santa. You're
Wow.
like an angry elf, but a Santa.
Any big trips
I guess
planned
Santa
this
is an
year?
elf.
There is a big trip. It's sort of planned. It's not really planned, but Christy wants to do Italy this year. So we will be leaving Mexico, which is an unusual thing for us, more than likely.
I would really like to do Italy for my 55th birthday. We're going to see how
It won't
things
be at your
go.
birthday time.
No.
It'll be like when we did the cruise for our 25th anniversary. It was that within that year.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we have to check on when it's good to go to Italy. I don't want to go when it's
Who's
gonna
been
be
to Italy?
grossly
What
hot.
time is it? Is it a good time to go to Italy?
Because it's grossly hot here. And if we don't do Italy this year, we might just do a nice vacation here in Mexico, which I'm okay with too.
I do love Mexico.
I do. Italy though is a dream for me, and it will happen.
I want Italy, Greece, and Egypt kind of are my top three, and then from there I have many, many other ones.
See, Egypt is not on my radar. June
Really?
can be hot in Italy. Thanks, Larry. You guys would know because you travel everywhere.
Absolutely, they do a lot of travel.
Good morning, Steve.
Hello.
Not summer, Steve is saying.
Not summer, so no summer.
And Helen loves the idea of Italy. May is great in Italy.
Wow. And May is right after your birthday. Who knows?
And it's kind of getting to be low season, so we might have time.
Yes.
Greece is fabulous.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that.
Well, Shay was in Greece for 3 weeks this year.
Yeah. She's a smart cookie. Shay really is a smart cookie.
That was a family trip with Matt's family.
Oh, I understand. But she's been in a lot of places.
Yeah.
And travel was not her thing when she was younger.
Yeah.
Her older sister wanted to travel, never did. The younger sister didn't want to travel and did.
I have an American penny. I don't know where that even came from.
That's magical.
Canada doesn't have pennies anymore.
What?
You knew that.
I did.
Weirdo.
I did. And that's why now you can get copper hoods for your stove so cheap in Canada, because all the copper is now being used in that.
May is ideal from Jonas. So
well, thank you, Jonas. Much appreciated.
we'll look into it. I haven't, it's something that I've talked about, but I haven't actually looked into it. I haven't decided even where in Italy I want to go. We have some clients that have a home in Italy. So I'd love to pick their brain because they spend a lot of time in Italy. And then people like April and Steve have been to Italy. Larry and Jolene have been to Italy. Apparently Jonas. Actually, probably 80% of the people we know have been to Italy.
Apparently, I've never been on live television before.
Apparently, my husband's lost his mind.
The ride over there is good.
And May is also a good time for Greece. So there you go.
There you go. Well, they're close together. I mean, they're just like in bed together.
I don't think they're in bed together.
I think they are.
That would be weird.
Yeah. I watched a video of a guy speaking in Latin. He speaks Latin, and it's an ancient language. It's a dead language. And you go up to Italians and speak in Latin. Now, you've got the Latin languages. You've got Italian, Spanish, French. And people could sort of kind of understand what he was saying eventually. My favorite, though, is this one woman was like, speak in Latin. It's like, how did she know?
Oh, thanks. Jonas is going to send us a vacuum that his wife uses for the pool. It's like the Roomba auto vacuum for houses. So he's
Ooh.
going to send us that because that is something we've considered too, is getting that because it's just that little bit of dirt that's at the bottom of the pool, and it's like silt, like it's just so fine, and it's hard for the regular vacuum because as it's in, it's pushing things around.
I know what's happening because on our system you have the filter and the exit. That's the only thing you have. I suspect that they run it through the filter and it is so fine it just doesn't
It
ever
just
leave
doesn't get
suspension.
stuck.
It leaves suspension, it just takes a couple days or a
So you
day.
think we need to vacuum and expel it?
Yes, exactly. And it's going to take just a little bit of water. You do it very fast, and that's how you get rid of
So we have
all
to
that
wait
stuff.
till it's all very. So tomorrow, maybe after they clean, let it settle till. But then we have
No,
to
we can
stay
have
out of
them
the
do it. We can
pool.
have them do it and just say, listen, we want you to do it very fast.
Yeah, I think we may want to be in control of that.
Okay. Can't post here, so we'll send in WhatsApp.
Hey, Ma, haven't seen you in a while. Like 10 minutes.
She in a room?
Uh-huh.
Okay, Larry is saying April. So April
Yeah.
and May, June could be a bit hot. So I think that that's a good time to go.
Yeah. And then how about the fall? Is there any time in the fall that's good to go?
I fell in the pool. Our
He
pool is
did.
very slippery. And if you come in from the side, watch out.
Without the handles.
I'm a big boy. And when I fell in this deep of water,
He fall down, go boom.
I fall down, go boom. And when you go in from the end, you have your handles that you can step in. So I was thinking that we may want to lower the water and just paint it with a grit.
I don't know
On
if you
that
can
side.
on that plastic. We'll have to see.
It's not plastic, it's fiberglass.
Whatever.
You can do anything with that.
What's for dinner?
It's a great
Go
question.
for the grape harvest season for all the wine. Now, see, that would be fun. That
Yeah.
would be fun.
I am reminded of that meme of that woman, oh, when she fell, and I felt bad for her.
I did my nails last night. I actually did them really quite quickly. I was very proud of myself.
It
And
was
they
incredibly fast.
They look quite good.
We watched the original Avatar
Yeah.
while she was doing that. And it was funny because we know we've seen that movie, but we
So-
don't remember any of it.
Jonas is saying they're putting non-skid tape on theirs, which is what I thought of too.
It's a smart idea.
Do you have to? Can the tape go on
Wet.
or do you have to empty out that port? Because we have that shallow end of our pool, right? So do you have to empty out that water, Jonas, or can the tape go on wet? Because if the tape can go on wet, let's do it, baby.
Yeah.
And do you have a particular kind of tape that you're using, Jonas? I'm gonna pick your brain.
Yeah, because it did hurt a little.
Yeah, and the granddaughters have slipped. Now they're little,
Yeah,
so
little kids can slip all
I'll
day
let
long.
you know how it works for the tape.
Well,
Donna,
thank you.
what's for dinner? Are you hungry? Are you here? I'll make dinner if you're here.
We went to the chicken place in Nueva Vallarta that sort of kind of looks like Chick-fil-A's logo. It's an obvious ripoff, but it's not a ripoff. It is not, because we looked at it and it's like, oh my gosh, it is very different.
It's
close.
very close, but very different. The chicken
Very
was just
expensive.
okay,
It
and
is.
it's expensive because you get the bunch of chicken, like a package of chicken, but then you have to buy all your sides. So Church's chicken
Church's is
actually
fantastic. It's better. Church's
Church's chicken would have been, because normally for the same amount of chicken at Church's, we also get the sides. So it was quite a bit more expensive, and their sides aren't cheap there either, and
they
they're
don't
small.
have spicy chicken.
And they don't have spicy chicken, which for most people, they don't like the spicy chicken because it is quite spicy.
But we
Jonas
do.
is saying that the tape is clear, so it should not look too goofy. Hi, Jen. How are you?
Donna says going to Mazatlan February 17th.
So getting closer.
Getting closer. Good job. The beauty of Mexico is they have something called food. Now, foreigners call it Mexican food, but in Mexico, just food. And it really is amazing food.
Yeah.
So just have tons of that, have tons of seafood. I believe you're in British Columbia, I think. So you probably have access to great food there. I mean, the halibut.
I miss halibut.
Yeah, I miss salmon.
It's the only food. Well, halibut and poutine are the only things I miss from Canada.
Yeah. Poutine, but we can get poutine here.
Yeah, it's not that good though. I haven't had a real. Oh, actually, Esquina 22's poutine's
it's
pretty
not
good.
terrible.
That's true. We haven't been to Esquina 22
And
in a long time.
also Mari Sol or something.
No.
I had
El
some.
Chivero. It's very mediocre.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Oops.
I'm dealing with the snob of all snobs. For New Year's, we were up at Pacifica, and there was a gentleman there who kept calling Christy a snob for tequila, and I'm like, dude, he's got her down pat.
He doesn't even know me.
He doesn't even know her, but he knows her.
All I did was tell him that 1800 is an okay tequila. It's still a Cuervo product.
Yeah. So it was fascinating to watch her in action. Like when we first
See you
moved to
later,
Mexico.
Jonas. Thanks for chiming in today.
When
Monica, good morning.
When we first moved to Mexico, she could drink a 50 peso bottle of tequila and she'd be fine.
I'm not all by myself.
Now she's like, she gags when she smells it. But we do use it as rubbing alcohol.
No, we don't. It doesn't. I don't even like the smell.
No, it just smells like old tequila.
Yeah.
So this morning I was gonna shave the side, go with the furry goatee. Chrissy's like, you're gonna want to talk to somebody first, and I think you're right.
Well, you at least need to figure out exactly what you want before you go and shave it.
Donna says she's in Lethbridge. I think I'm making steak salad for supper. Oh, look at that! It's HubSpot 4. I forgot them in the freezer.
I would love a steak salad. Do you have to put lettuce in it? Or is it just steak?
That's funny. We are going to go carnivore here. And you can go carnivore yourself. It's so inexpensive if you understand how to feed the animals. So if you use a fodder system.
We'd have to buy a cow first.
You do have to buy a cow first. But what you do is go on YouTube and look up fodder, Fodder. Luke, I am your fodder. And it just sounds like he's Swiss or something.
No, don't even do that.
I'm your fodder. So yeah, sounds kind of Germany, Austrian. But yes, fodder, Fodder. And you'll learn how to very inexpensively feed your animals. So you can take 1 pound of grain or 1 kilo of grain, depending on if you're American or Canadian, and multiply that by 5 to 7 times.
Glenn gave her a fabulous tequila at Yo-Yo's that tasted like brandy.
I don't think I'd want a tequila that tastes like brandy. I would just have a brandy.
It's too sweet.
Yeah.
I'm mostly carnivore, still drinking coffee.
Yeah, coffee's fine. I think coffee is fine. Christy added like a little cinnamon today just to make it a little spicy.
Give it some flavor. I'm not crazy about what's going on with that coffee. I just think it's getting too old in the freezer.
You bought like 18 kilos or something of it, right?
15, yeah.
So yeah, we need to get rid of all that coffee now.
Well,
or stop drinking it. Let's stop drinking it.
Are you insane?
The whole reason I have to drink coffee is because one day I said to her, you need to stop drinking. Because you go through a lot of coffee. And then she's like, you want to try it? And as soon as I tried it, it was like I got a shiver, but it was like, I feel really good.
And Donna says they're more low carbs than carnivore. Yeah, I don't know if I could go full on carnivore. To me, that's just boring. I like salads every once in a while.
Yeah, but salads are trying to kill you. People don't realize a lot of the stomach things and diseases that people get is our food. Our food's trying to kill us. So your plants, when you eat them, they let go of these poisons and things. So there's a lot of that going on. So you just need to remember that. So what I prefer is to have something that already ate the grass, so I don't have to eat the grass. Oh, that's the other beauty of the fodder system. You now have an all grass-fed animal. Could be ducks, chickens, goats, cows, pigs, whatever. They will all eat this stuff.
Thai beef salads are delicious. Yes, they are.
We saw that Thai Mexican restaurant. It was called like Taiwan On. And I liked that because it's Taiwan On.
Where did you see that?
I just made it up. I don't remember where I saw it, but you can look. LOL, probs, something green. We're moving low carb than carnivore.
More low carb. Where do you see moving?
I don't know. Oh, we're more. Oh, I see. I said we're moving. So I thought, the words keep jumbling in the brain, which is good because it's been a couple years since the brain did this stuff. So, and it's all starting to come back, which is nice. Christy doesn't like it so much.
Where does cheese fall in the spectrum?
Well,
Well,
that's an interesting question because there are some people who say
there
cheese
are
fits
some
in, some
carnivore
don't.
that do cheese and eggs, and some just do like straight meat.
Eggs are the perfect
You're
food.
really showing your craziness today. She likes it, says Glenda.
Thank you.
Cheese can also be low carb, but you have to get hard cheeses because soft cheeses have carbs in them. Except I think brie. Check your cheeses and see. There are some cheeses that are fairly low carb, and then some cheeses that are not. So you just have to check. Anything low fat is not low carb in cheese.
Anything low fat is not low carb. Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, you might as well just get tofu.
Yeah, because I love panela, but panela is a low fat cheese. I don't think it has a ton of carbs, but it is not necessarily overly low carb.
Yes.
I haven't looked at that kind of stuff in a long time to see what really is low carb and what isn't. But once we get going on this new way of eating, then we have to do all that kind of stuff.
Has Zach called about getting the roof on the duplex?
I don't know.
Okay, Marie.
Oh dear.
Oh, there you go. She's got 300,000 euros, and I don't know why people just send us scam and spam.
I know. And it's blocked. So she needs donations.
Oh, there you go. Give her a donation to get some money.
God bless you.
We knew a lady that she had like a prince in Nigeria. She believed it. Oh my gosh, she believed it. I would explain to her how the scam worked. Cognitive dissonance would not allow her to even entertain the idea. She was going without diabetes drugs. So her family took her back home because it was getting complicated. And I'd never met anybody who was so invested in a scam before.
Yeah, it was sad.
It was. And I've written articles on this. So it's like, come on, man. I understand how this works. ChatGPT, if you want to learn anything, go to ChatGPT, ask it questions. Yesterday, I said to ChatGPT, do you know the Flex MLS IDX API? It says, yes, I do. I said, can you create code to do X? And it's like, yes, here's the code. Holy crap. It is magical. ChatGPT is amazing. Now, I still have no idea what the hell it did, but it's got comments behind each line of code as to exactly what it does. So if I was a bit younger, I would learn how to code because that's cool, man. It's very cool. And now this GPT, you just tell it to create code, it does. Remember when the liberals were telling you you need to learn how to code? We've got an AI for that now.
The liberals were telling you need to code.
Well, that was the thing, right? Oh, you just learn how to code, learn how to code. I guess the conservatives were saying it to the media people, learn to code. Or was it the media people that all got laid off? It was the media people that were saying learn to code. They all got laid off. AI, amazing. This is such a disruptive.
Sean has had too much coffee this morning. That's from my mom.
This is a disruptive technology that will radically transform the world. We're talking Gutenberg press. We're talking the revolution, the industrial revolution. We're talking the internet. It's that important and that disruptive. So learn it. If you don't understand it, it will eat you alive. So I've been playing a lot with it lately because I do want to understand it.
Okay.
So, and now I'm starting to be able to understand higher level functioning issues in my brain, which is weird. It's been a couple of years. Christy, she keeps hitting me over the head with a cast iron frying pan. Maybe you should. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. Well, on that note, because people are thinking you're funny, so I think they're just as crazy as you.
Yeah.
We're going to say goodbye. You guys have a wonderful day. We're going to head to the office.
So if you are in town and you want to see us, we will be at the office for the next few hours. So stop by. Say hi. And Happy New Year to everybody.
Yes.
Happy 2023. May this be your best year ever. The history books will be rewritten because you will have had the best year ever. So have a great one. All right, guys. Fantastic. Bye-bye. We will chat soon.